This, well, that was very loud and clear.
And affirmative.
Yeah, yeah, sweet. Yeah. Well, I guess the first burning question that I definitely wanted to ask you all the time. I guess I don't know why I never asked you that, but it's the how you came to ballroom first and how you came to New Way. Is that all connected, or um was it ballroom first and then later on,
Actually, it was the opposite. It was Vogue first, then Ballroom. Um, I saw Vogue first time when I saw Madonna's Vogue on TV in 1990, 91 when they came out. And I didn't know what it was at first. I just knew I could do it. I took ballet, contemporary, modern for like at least 10 years, and linear lines and all that beautiful artwork of linear. It's a challenge for a dancer because everything has to be fluid, has to be very, very spiritual and very motivating. New Way is very sharp lines and artistic, geometric. I say geometric because that's how I think of it. I took it and made it my style is very geometric. I like to take geometric patterns and make it lively, if in reality. Because when you see geometric, you see it on a piece of paper. Nobody really does it out. The only people that actually really took it and made it three-dimensional was poppers and tutters.
Mm.
And that really interested me because it's something that it's so beautifully done when it's executed and everything. So when it came to New Wave Vogue, I met Willie when I was 15, 16. So when I saw him do it for the first time in front of me at a club, then that was just totally different. I looked at it as of the biggest challenge of my life. If I could master something that this man could do with his body, I know I'm going to be different. And if I could collaborate it with ballet and contemporary and modern, I could make it different and in my own way. Like Jose Revlon is very linear. That man has, I mean, the most cleanest lines I ever seen in my life. Aviance Milan, now he's a Yamamoto or Tishi, I don't know what house he's in. But that man is another one that has linear lines that is out of control. His pattern work is something that when I saw for the first time, I was like, wait a minute, I could do this with my body. I don't have to be so and very all this really nice, beautiful ballet type to something that is more powerful and to step on a runway and command attention. You have to have a presence, and to see people do that when lifting an arm or do a gesture with their hands is something that is just so beautiful and so artistic because it doesn't take anyone to do this and command attention. You have to have that certain spark in you. So when I saw Willie for the first time and he commanded the whole entire club to stop what they're doing, to stop talking and to perform the way he did that night and show you this artwork that I never seen in my life until this day. And I was just like, I need to learn this. And I think he's the one to do it. So I ran behind where the stage was. And when he came off stage, I grabbed him and I was like, I want to know what you just did. What is that called? That is something that I need to learn now. So he sat me down and explained to me what it was. And he called it New Wave Vogue. I was like, wait, is that the same thing as Madonna's Vogue? And he's like, yes, but kind of more different. Madonna's Vogue is more commercial. That had a count. New Way is a freestyle dance that has a purpose and it has an elegance and a grace that it comes with and an attitude to match. If you don't have the attitude, you're not going to do it right. Um, so to learn to do this kind of style, it's not an easy job. You have to do it every single day. Stretch your legs, stretch your back, stretch your arms, stretch your neck, stretch your whole entire body to It is sore. I did it for many, many years before I got into ballroom. I had to learn, I had to perfect my craft before I stepped my foot on that runway. I did not want to make a fool of myself. And that was the biggest thing I always had. I never want to be a failure. And to do something that big of a caliber, to go into a stage that's full of homosexuals that are very judgy, because they're going to judge you from the moment you step on that runway to the so they tell you grand prize. They're going to judge you. There's no ain't, ands, or buts. And I was not going to make a fool of myself. So I told Willie to teach me, and he taught me. Yes, my love, my cat wants to say hi. Come here, baby girl. Come. Yeah, this
Mood.
is my cat. This is what she wants to do all the day. And this is Ninja, everybody. uh, Hold on, let me get her out of my room.
Word.
Sorry. So, um, so he taught me little by little stunts and tricks to learn how to do this into a routine that I did every day at home, or how to practice in such a way that I could get it. But my problem was I was always fast with it, and I was a speed demon for some reason. I loved the speed. I loved how fast I could go and hit these spots. But to get to reality today, I looked horrible doing it, and I didn't know that until years later, when I had to battle all these icons and legends for this category, and they're coming doing the same thing but slower. I had to really step my game up and literally learn this culture. And it's not easy. It's really not easy when you have people that are more flexible than you. People think I'm this bendy person. Trust me, I'm not that bendy. I make it look like I'm bendy, but I'm not really that bendy. There's ways of doing it, and the ways that you have to learn how to do this dance. You have to figure out how not to break your body and injure yourself when you're doing these moves, especially when it comes to flexibility. Flexibility is something that you could do, but also hurt yourself at the same time. I'm not a person to be in pain. I hated it. Every time I pulled the muscle or every time I hurt myself, I was in pain for days. But over the years, I got to know my body. You guys have to learn your body completely from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes and to the end of your fingertips. If you don't take care of your body's going to give out, like it happened to me over the years and me teaching and traveling and dancing for so many years. My body gave out. My body couldn't get back where it was. I was trying to do everything as much as possible to teach and everything, but my body gave out. But to understand your body is to understand New Way. New Way is such a style, it has to be royal. You have to come out royal. You have to come out in a presence. Every line, every box, every angle has to be a purpose. You have to do it on a purpose. Willie was always teaching me every piece of your body is a piece of art. Wherever you put it, that's where it's supposed to be. Don't hesitate to do it. Don't just push yourself to do it. Before I went on Ballroom, he told me perfect your style, perfect your craft before you step on a runway. And that's what I did. He did not let me Vogue in a competition until I was ready. So it's kind of weird. Like a person that tells you not to compete until you're ready. I never knew what that meant until he took me to my first ball. When he took me to my first ball, I understood why not to walk until I was ready. Everybody came out for this category, and I was just like, ooh, okay, these are my competitors. You see these people doing walkovers into boxes, into all these different kind of positions. And I was like, no, I'm not ready for all that yet. Until I knew my body was ready for this. A lot of people do gymnastics, a lot of people do ballet and get their flexibility really easy. I had to work a little harder because my hips don't turn. That was my problem in ballet. My hips wouldn't turn to open up. I could never do a split right. My teacher was a beast. As much as she was a beast, she never got me to do my split. I had to teach it to myself the hard way. I had to fall into it by accident to get it. So I did hurt myself a lot. Try to figure out this new way.
Wow. That's wow. Fall into a split. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I
Uh,
fell by accident. It was at a club too.
well.
Mostly learned how to Vogue in the club because I
Mm,
used to go out with Willie, and that's who we used to Vogue in a club. That was the best way to learn how to Vogue because you have to continue flowing with the music. And when a DJ is mixing music, you have to learn how to mix with it and catch those beats before you mess up. Like in a ball, you have a certain amount of counts. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fourth is a hit. It's
mm,
easy, but when you're doing a show, you have to continuous keep going and going and going and still have this presence. It's not easy.
mm. I hear that. So like talking about also that part when you said that you went to your first ball and you saw all these like people, the new way people back then, like how were they? Like, did you meet them or was it like competing
I
against
knew
them and all of
some
that?
of them. I knew some of them, but I didn't know all of them. I didn't know who was who walked wide in the beginning of the ballroom when I saw Stanley for the first time, when I saw Jose Revlon for the first time. I already knew about Jose and Avians because they were friends with Benny, who was teaching me as well. We met at a club. But to see all of them come out and battle each other and to see how fierce it was and how energetic that those battles were and how skilled they were, it was intimidating. It was really intimidating.
I bet. So like how how should I put that in words? Um like new way back then, from what I know at least, is mainly well inspired from people who are having the contemporary ballet background. So like how kind of like, so everyone, you kind of think that everyone kind of really truly had that ballet contemporary background and went into it, and how was
Jose
like new
had
way.
dance background. A lot of the New Way kids had dance backgrounds
Mm,
that I know of.
okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's always interesting to know if
Yeah.
that's but
A lot of us have dance training backgrounds. And that's what made it even harder because we used to use that dance background to be so because when you have dance background it does teaches you to have a presence because that's
mm,
how you get into audition and get the job. If you don't have a presence inside the audition you're not going to get the job.
mm,
So having a dance background does give you somewhat of a presence when you hit a floor, when you hit a dance floor, hit a stage. This adrenaline comes over you and you have the aura you give out is what you're going to receive back.
I hear that. Cool. um my English, and I'm still like my heart is like this, so bear with me. um but yeah, like because like I started in kind of like 5 years ago with New Way, and it was still like I felt like still people were doing New Way in Europe at least. Like Frederick, if you remember Frederick or Victor, Nagato, Sophia, those.
Yeah.
Um, so I see like their inspiration from like how it was done back then, but they also like kind of like took it to another level in their way. So how do you see that kind of like shift from back then to that era and then now?
I think this era, new way, is totally different. What this generation does is they forget about the presence that you're supposed to have. I think this generation really want to get stuck with the arms and clicking really quickly and get into the flexibility instead of performing and giving a show with your flexibility. I see a lot of people, like, I always tell all my students, and I know a lot of you do that have taken my class. And when I talk about clicking, about dislocating your arms, I always tell you not to do it as much because it is messing your shoulders up. I can't, tell you more than my shoulder on this side because this is my clicking arm. What you're doing is literally you're scraping your cartilage out of your shoulder when you're clicking. And people who click and they click so fast and keep going all around, you're literally messing up your shoulders. And what's going to happen is your shoulder starts doing this. And at one point when you do it, you could dislocate your shoulder. And a lot of these kids like to do that a lot, and just go for it and click here and then stretch your body here and put yourself in these positions and don't flow with the beat. That's my biggest concern. People do not flow with the beat. They're just going and going and going and going and after stretch after stretch after stretch. Back in the days, we used to go with the beat, flow with the beat. Our stretches went with the beat. We used to just take it and pop, bring it over and pop. We used to just go into with the beat. A lot of the kids now, they just go. There's no performance anymore. Even with Vogue Femme too, people, they're missing the elements of what Vogue is. It's all about the stunts, the backflips, the whipping of the hair and dropping down to doing a dramatic dip. And new way, they just want to go straight into walkovers, into stretch, into splits. Where is the performance with it? Where is like the whole storyline? Where you're coming from? If a category comes, bring it as a sea creature. How you gonna act? Just go straight into walkovers, into a split? There's no characteristics in there. You have to bring it into like this kind of magical place, a magical performance that you're supposed to put with elegance and precision and style. Bring your style into it, but don't. It's not all about the flexibility. There's more to it than that.
So, yeah, how do you feel about like does
I
it
think I changed that a little bit because I am a speed demon. I used to do that as well when I was a child. I was young. I think every Voguer, when he begins, you go fast. And the
eh.
older you get, you start slowing down. Trust me, I know. I went from a speed demon to a very slow Voguer now. My body was just like, I'm just gonna stay right here. I'm just gonna do this and make it look pretty. I'm not gonna go crazy anymore. I'm not that kind of person anymore. And if you catch me doing speed, that's a good night. But I'll feel it next.
Yeah. So like um
It's missing the artistry again. It's missing what the old, like the icons and the legends. It's that artistry that when you come out, it's just like, boom, it's royalty coming through. That's
yeah.
what's missing. It's like, give me give me that, oh, I'm here, look at me. That's what I'm
Mm,
missing for the new generation.
mm,
I mean, everybody, I think what I seen on videos and I seen in person, everybody is like their lines. I just can't think every new way child. Their lines are exquisite. They actually call what the lines and positions it is because I see it. People's arms control is out of control.
mm,
Out of control. I seen some patterns that I couldn't even do. I do give you new generations of thinking outside the box. That I do give ya. Y'all do scare me sometimes. Be like, how the fuck did she just do that without breaking her neck or breaking her arm, or doing crazy stunts and you nail it such in a perfect way and it's such a beautiful, but I just feel like it's beautiful, but there's more to it than just doing a move or doing a stretch. I need a character. I need like a presence. Like you could dance and be the most amazing dancer, but you don't have charisma or an attitude or a presence on stage. It's gonna look boring.
Mm. Do you,
I need more artistry into the new way. When you're doing a spin, it's like, okay, maybe stop and then go into a spin. No, go flow with it and make it beautiful. Make it a dance. I know new
mm,
way is about position. You have to hit these lines all the way. But there's a way of doing it that is you could soften it and still look so pretty and artistic. See, I
mm,
like the art of Vogue. I don't like the sport of Vogue.
mm,
As I teach my kids, what you see in Ballroom, that's the sport version of Vogue. Because you have to follow a curriculum. If it's like just like gymnastics, you have to do a certain stunts. You have to do 8 tumbles in the routine. You have to do a stretch in the middle of the routine. You have to do certain elements of gymnastics on the floor that you have to do to follow curriculum to get all tens. That's what ballroom is. But when you go on stage and do a show, it's totally different. It's up to you. It's a freestyle experience that you should give people and to show them what the art of Vogue is, the art of New Way is.
mm. Do you think that that is also like that other people outside New Way misunderstands the New Way nowadays because
A
we
lot.
kind of like represents that right now in
Well,
a way?
people, when in the dance world, to me, what I seen and what I experienced, when people say Vogue, they really automatically go to Vogue Femme. So it's really they expect me to do this and just gripping my hair and dropping to the floor. I'm not breaking my back for nobody, not even for a trophy. I'm like my back and my legs are more important to me than a piece of plastic, to be honest
Mm,
with you. But I guess whoever like literally who, if people are judging New Way, they have to know like the style. What is the curriculum for New Way? Arms, stretch, position, style, grace, your own style, your own kind of like touch to it. And a lot of people just feel like if you have stretch, you do a New Way. If you do a 6 o'clock and drop to a split and turn around and go into a dip, that's New Way. No, that's not New Way. Where is everything else? It's like Vogue Femme. Some people just do this and then they start into a duck walk and they start doing dips and flipping. To me, that's a job. I want to see
mm,
all 5 elements every time you Vogue. If you're doing Vogue Femme, if you do a New Way, I want to see everything. I want to see you do arms. I want to see you stretch. I want to see floor. I want to see performance. I want to see elegance.
mm.
This is why I'm hard with the New Way category because I'm really strict when I judge. I want to see I want to see people perform. I want to see everything. It has to be like nice and linear, nice and like and posture. When you have a good posture in New Way, it looks elegant. It's supposed to look elegant, not sloppy.
Good one. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Um, so yeah, because like when you actually now that you share more, when you share more, I see like, like that question you basically already answered. I'm like, that doesn't make sense now to question that again. I'm not sure. Because like I had like actually one question where it's like for people who are like maybe not really sure how to judge New Way, because well, most of the things that I've seen now is like they literally really just look for a stretch and then maybe a couple arms and then they're like, oh, that's New Way and that's it kind of. And then who has the better
Ball,
stretch, or the better
also,
pose?
ballroom is very political as well.
Mm,
To
yeah.
be honest with you, if you don't have a Kiki girlfriend on the panel, you're not getting it. And that goes to every like ball I ever been to. If your friend is not on that panel, if you do not know people on that panel, they're not going to give it to you. If you don't do something spectacular on that stage to beat their friend, you're not getting it. And I
Mm,
have it done to me. I don't know how many times that I have battled somebody. I'm not naming names. And they looked at me and just gave it to the other person and shaped me like that. So I was like, okay. I was like, I know who won. The video already proves it. I don't need to, like I said, I don't need a plastic trophy. Everybody else, the crowd was what? what gave me my life.
Was it different back then that like it was maybe less political? Because I think you
Um,
told at some
hmm,
point.
that's a good question. I sometimes it depends. It depends on the ball, and depends who's throwing the ball, and depends on the judges.
Mm.
Because every ball could have a perfect, a perfect set of judges that will actually judge fairly. But when you start putting cash prizes in there, that's when it starts turning evil. Because if you have like a $5,000 category or $10,000 category, they would probably pay off one of the judges that is judging to pick their teammate, because it has happened before.
Mm.
I've seen it done. They pay off all they paid off all some of the judges from the money they got so they could win.
Interesting.
It's just like the races. I bet the wrong horse and I give you half when I win. It's like
Yeah.
it's that gambling thing.
Mm. So, um,
Because, huh?
I'm just
Uh,
still like because there's so much like very interesting like
LATAM. What's LATAM?
I'm also not sure.
Latin America.
Huh?
In the States. Latin America.
Oh, okay.
Of Latin America.
Latin America, the Ballroom is not political. Ah, that's bullshit. When you tell me face categories will be $5,000, girl, $5,000 for face is a category you don't want to miss. That's trust me, that's one of the highest paid categories is face, especially femme queen face. They come out for that, or stone cold face, and the girls come out and they go in the States,
Mm.
because it's over here is all about beauty and labels. How fab you look, how beautiful you look.
Mm. Yeah. Another question. That kind of like goes a little bit out from what we've just mentioned. We're probably gonna go back kind of like partly in it anyway. But because like you also walk hands and arms. And I definitely have seen it quite often that people like it's like well arms is a main element anyway but then there's like a difference in both and I feel like also there are like things that or people that don't really know the difference and what makes it a different when you work those
Okay, so
so
arms control is actually one of my favorite categories. This is a category that I love and dearly because I could just stand still and wheel my arms and not do anything and not hurt myself. But it's all about lines, boxes, and circles. Your lines have to be straight, your boxes got to be perfect, and your circles to your box or your line have to be exquisite. You cannot miss a beat, and you cannot move your feet. This is a big thing that I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say it now. When you do hands and arms, you're not supposed to be moving your body or your feet. People always, I see this all the time. They'd be going da 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 da, and then they would just move around and just turn. See, for me, that's a chop. To me, that's a chop. Because back in the days, if you moved your foot and if you moved your body, that was an instant chop when it comes to arms control and hands performance. It's not about your body. It's about the story you're telling with these and these. This is the only thing that should be moving is this. And if you want to move your hand, your head, you use your hand to do it. Hands performance is Vogue femme hands. Vogue femme hands. Everything has to be like this. It's very feminine and telling off a bitch from your hands. That's what a hands performance is. Arms control is line, line.
oh sorry wait is uh someone had their didn't mute so there was always like a sound. Can you unmute?
Oh,
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Someone who's just like not unmuting
Oh,
their things, microphone. So it was just like always on the side,
what
like
did you hear last? What did you hear last?
that with the arms with the lines and
Yeah,
hands is
arms
from
are lines and hands are Vogue femme. You cannot move your feet.
okay. So yeah, because we definitely have seen couple latest videos from balls just before Corona probably, where people were like moving their legs or like yeah, even before every now and then it's usually like, is it like now political because that person is now has friends in the judge panel. So more like because some people would move their legs and then still get through, and then you're like,
Oh,
oh,
I see a lot of people move their body and their legs and still get through. And I'm like looking at them like, really?
mm,
It's crazy. It depends who's on the judges panel too. As I said, it depends on who's on there because some judges are really strict with that. Some don't care.
hmm.
What would you say to inspiring Voguers and students of Vogue? Practice, 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 and just make sure when you go on stage, you just have a presence. You know, and don't let all the negativity that the backlash you get back there of whatever they say about you and on videos and stuff. Don't let it get to you. Oh my God, your puppy is so cute. Oh my God, so
Who
adorable.
are you watching?
Um,
Where are you?
Nito.
Huh?
I
Not
have
sure right now.
I have you guys on gallery so I could see everybody.
Oh, okay. Sweet. So yeah, that was definitely something that I definitely wanted to ask you just to make it clear for everyone to understand. But yeah, besides like the part where like the main reason ish why this interview or all the other upcoming interviews are, I feel like, important for our generation is also not just because that I feel that judges don't know how to judge new way. Or well, arms control usually works in some way because they see the lines, see the boxes, see the story of that, and it's the musicality part, who's the cleanest and whatsoever. But with the new wave thing, it usually is stretch, a couple lines, oh cute. All right, that's all you need. And they don't really get the aspect of the elegance part. So from there.
Elegance is key.
Mm,
Elegance you give with New Way is the key to a great performance. You know, don't worry about, just make sure your lines are clean, be elegant, pretty precise, and have like think like you're royalty. New Way is a royal dance. You know, you have to be royal when you come out, you have to feel grand. You have to feel like you know what you're doing. You know,
mm,
don't hesitate to do a move. If you want to whip your hair the other way and you do it, don't stop halfway. You can see that in New Way because everything has to be so precise.
mm. So how do you think like is the best way to teach in a sense new way? Because it's not just about the moves, right? So
No,
that's
it's about
always a
the
little bit
feeling
difficult.
inside. It's the feeling you have inside. It's something that you have to build. You have to have a confidence.
Mm,
New Way is a confidence. It's a confidence that you have to have inside of you that you are, I'm saying, excuse my French, you have to be the fucking shit. Like you have to feel like nobody cannot beat me. I'm the fucking shit. No, I'm the best bitch out there, and that's it. If you don't see it, oh well, that's on you. You know, when you hit that stage, when you stomp your foot on that stage, when runway or any kind of category, you have to understand you have to show that confidence in. It's a confidence. If you do not have a confidence, it's going to show on your face. If you have the confidence, you're going to get through all the way and win that trophy.
mm.
Don't let anybody tell you you're nothing because it's not true. Everybody is something, and you just have to find it inside of you.
That's very true.
And I know there's a lot of shy people. I know I'm shy myself. Trust me, I have my shy moments when I'm home and by myself, and when I'm just at work and stuff like that. Yeah, I might be a hyper ass, but yeah, I am a shy guy. I'm really like kind of relaxed. I'm really a relaxed guy. But when it comes to dancing, when I hear a beat, when I hear a sound, it gives me a confidence and gives me a boost of energy and adrenaline that it makes me look like I'm a fucking bitch. It's like that TikTok, put a hot outfit and record yourself walking in a 1.2 whatever it is, and you see the girls walking and they're like, I'm the bitch, I'm a hot ass bitch. That's the confidence I want to see. Like the bitch next to you is nothing to you. She's a peasant. There you go. You're a peasant, and I'm a king or a queen, and I'm gonna get this and take it home. You have to have that confidence. If you don't have that confidence, it's never gonna look right.
Mm. So it's not about the moves. Never been. Also with teaching though, it's interesting how people.
It teaches you you have to make your class feel like it's so it depends where you're teaching as well. I've taught all over the world, and to be honest with you, I had a lot of students that was very quiet and very like introverts. When you have an introvert, you have to teach them different. You have to teach them how to come out of their shell. If you're kind of a person that's very like kind of timid and shy when it comes until you hear a beat and you come alive, those are the ones that you have to teach to be confident 24/7. When you walk out the house, you have to be confident. Being a gay man, it's hard. We get picked on more than anybody because we're gay men, and we're also a male. Being gay it's not easy, especially back in the days in the 80s and 90s when I grew up. When I was going to school, I used to get bullied and teased because I was gay. I used to fight a lot just to understand, look, I'm still a man. I could still whoop your goddamn ass. Don't test my patience. And that's like where the confidence came from. You have to have you have to walk with this attitude in New York City back in the days, because if not, you would have got run over by somebody or by everybody. People would just use you and bully you or beat you up because you were gay. If you stood up for yourself all the time and fought a 6-foot guy and knocked him out, everybody would be like, okay, this is a bitch that you can't fuck with. Let him be. You have to earn your respect. And same thing in ballroom. You have to earn your respect. You have to earn your stripes. And the more you walk and the more you win, to give you your stripes, and you win. You become a legend. You become a statement, a star, an icon, a Hall of Famer for your category. But you cannot let anything that anything that they say get to you. And the more practice you put and the more value you put in your performance, it's going to show. And it's going to, people are going to understand, yeah, that's a force to be reckoned with. Give her trophy, give her respect. She deserves it.
Hmm. Hmm. Sorry, I'm always needing a second for myself.
Everybody, this is for everybody. Just have your confidence. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not good enough. Everybody's good enough. You just have to find it inside you to practice and to make your craft better and to build your own self-esteem. Self-love is really, really big, that everybody needs to learn. A lot of people are going through a lot, and people like myself, I suffer from depression. Depression is not it's not a disease to be blindsided by. Depression gets you here and there, and then when it comes, it hits you hard. And when it hits you hard, it really gets to you, and you want to do nothing. You feel like you're nothing. But when you have the support and a foundation at home, and you have people that love you and tell you, oh, you're amazing, and you aspire and you do everything you possibly can, but yourself, you just have to make sure you love yourself. And always, you could get through anything. It just takes time. And dance could do that to you. Dance could really, really, you could express yourself in a way that it will help you out with things like that, mental health, or things that people went through in life, trauma and stuff. And that's what New Wave did to me. Oh, you crying? Don't cry. Aw. 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 I wish I was there to hug you.
Oh. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's definitely very
You're
important.
welcome. I go through it too. Everybody goes through it. Everybody, you just have to keep your head high and just keep going and just keep stomping through. Remember, the world is the runway. You just got to stomp all over it and take it over.
Mm, right. Oh, I'm getting all hearts. Um, so yeah, is there anything else kind of like didn't want to like have also way too many questions, but yeah, is there anything else you want to share with like the new Voguers, the new way people, as well as the current ones? And if anyone has any more questions, feel free to write it down in the
Yeah.
chat.
If anyone has,
But
yeah, please pull out the questions. Come out, because I'm right now like, ah.
yeah, that was
I
but
just
yeah.
I just want everybody to understand, New Way is a style that, it's a self-expression. If you wanna pull out, practice. Make sure your craft is there, and just make sure you have all the elements from New Way. New Way is one of the most beautiful styles that I ever seen in my life. And when it's done right, it is beautiful. Uh,
Mm.
what you need to know when judging New Way, but what do you need to be a judge or to accept an organized proposal to be a judge, especially being a part of the new generation in your mind? Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, come on, Rena.
Okay, Rina. To be a judge, you have to win competitions. If you don't have trophies under your belt, I advise you not to judge. Um if you're known for the category and known for walking balls a lot, you could be a judge. Um and if you want to be a teacher, learn your history and learn how to do the style you're going to be teaching. I see a lot of teachers that teach and not walk, and they're not teaching the right way. I'm not gonna call names out because I'm not that kind of person. Um, but I seen a lot of teachers trying to vogue and trying to be. Mm-mm. But if you're gonna be a judge, if you have a proposal, so they want you to judge, just make sure you have a trophies under your belt. And if they want you to judge, if it's somewhere you can't get somebody that has trophies or has been in the scene for at least 10 plus years or at least 5, then judge. But just make sure you're judged fairly, in any category you judge. How are you? And
How would you incorporate the
oh,
presence when battling as well?
so when it comes to new way battling, it's really about how clean your stretches are and how beautiful you execute from one stretch to another in through the beat. You still have to be clean and be royal and just have that elegance in you. You always have the elegance. I know it's like a stretch over a stretch after a stretch when you're battling, but you still have to have that elegance with it. You can't be so blank in your face. A lot of people like dancers, professional dancers have this all the time, and I see it in every performance, any performance with a high a A-list celebrity or not. They teach you to be blank in the face, like you're not supposed to be there. Like your emotions are not supposed to be there, only if they ask you to. And when you're doing battling, you have to have face expressions and express the way you want to feel. If you're hitting a move, hit it, but give it that elegance. If you're gonna do this, you're not just gonna go, that's the count 1, or 2 and 3 and 4. You're not gonna do that. You have to be like, boom, Boom, boom. Really give that, elegance with it. And use this. This is your biggest trophy is your face. What is it? Hey, Javier, thank you so much for all this. You spoke about the
Yeah.
performance.
Should I read it out loud?
Go ahead.
Maybe. So it's better. Hey Javier, thank you so much for all of this. You spoke about the performance aspect of New Way, and as an example, spoke about the theme of being a sea creature. Do you think that carrying the theme into your performance is important for this category? As also, how much should performance girls worry about their effects and the fashion aspect of the category? Much love from Billy.
Absolutely, 100%. If they tell you to look like a sea creature, you better look like a sea creature and act like one in a new way style. Think Circus Soleil. When Circus Soleil brings these characters out, and you see, and you be like, "Ooh, that does look like something." I see where they're going with it. Think that way. Think abstract. But think of an outfit when it comes to the fashion in a new way. Remember, you're bendy, you're stretchy. You use fabrics that complements your body. We used to do a lot of cat suits because that's what they really wanted from you all the time. Color for cat suits and color for faces, and it was always something tight and fitted and something that shows your body and your stretch and your lines. Um, uh, I always thought, I like to be, I like couture. I like that high end fashion. If you can't do that a new way, you can't really, it doesn't look right. I always like that to make the creature come. It's always you're acting, you're creating a character for this performance in these categories. So if they tell you to bring it like, Pinocchio, you better look like Pinocchio and act like him, for the category. Bring it to life. Bring the category, the category to life. That's what they want. They want the fashion to match the performance.
Mm. Is that good? I hope that was a good one. Well, the question answered, I mean. Because like there are like a couple more questions right now, and I'm like, whoa. So Christian asks, hello, sending love from Estonia. Javier, did you ever had a moment when you ran out of ideas and or maybe lost a motivation to continue dancing in brackets any category? If so, how did you overcome that moment?
I'm still doing that now. I lost the passion to dance in like 5, 6 years ago. So I haven't taught or haven't performed or haven't done anything because I really lost motivation to dance and to do everything for a little bit because of my depression and stuff. But little by little, listening to music, listening to different kind of styles of music and looking at stuff and just researching and see. um and it also comes to self-love. When you lose something, you're trying to recreate what you lost and trying to find a new inspiration to bring it back. There's always the light at the end of the tunnel. I lost my motivation, but I'm getting it back little by little. I still have, I'm getting it back little by little.
Nice. Hope that is okay for you, for Christian. Then Daniel asked, can you please talk more about arms control and hands performance? Around what time the categories started to be separated from New Way and Vogue Femme, and who created these two categories this way? Thanks so much.
Ooh, so I came into the scene in about 2000, so that category already, those two categories already were in Ballroom before I got in. I really don't know what year or who did it, but it was probably in the late 80s, early 90s that they got that category out. If I'm correct, I think I'm correct. Milton, am I correct? The icon Milton Ninja is here. And he knows more about the hands performance category. Did it come out in the 80s, the late 80s, or the early 90s? Yeah, about around that time.
Okay.
I can't hear you, Milton. You're muted.
Wait, where's Milton? Wait, can I unmute him? Ah, there you go.
Go ahead, Milton. When did that category start, Milton?
I would say the late 90s.
Late
Yeah.
90s, the arms
Yeah.
control enhanced performance category. So
Mhm.
this was right before I came into the scene, or they already had it.
Slightly before, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Icon Milton Latex Ninja, he is a new way legend, an old way legend. So if you've ever seen his videos, this man could Vogue down. And he was also one of my inspirations since I first met him at the latex ball.
I still remember when we had our little moments of shampoo.
Oh,
That's my big when I think of you, Javi, you're my brother, and I love you to the moon and back, you know. That's the moment that really set in my head when it comes up to us. That time when we were playing Pass the Beat on the dance floor and we were all in a circle and we were that's
oh my God.
that's
Up
my
in Limelight. Was it Limelight?
it was shampoo that night of the club, but it was Limelight, yeah.
Yeah, Limelight. Oh my God, it was so much fun. Limelight used to be a church back in the days that they made into a club in New York City. So if you ever guys have ever chance to see a movie called Party Monster with Macaulay Culkin, it's about the club Limelight, how it became about and how it became this big huge club, and the murder that happened with it. So it was a really big thing in New York City, and that club. When I tell you, we graced that club so many times. I used to be there religiously on a Sunday night while I was supposed to be at home sleeping for school or going to work the next day. I used to leave the club at 8 o'clock, go home, take a shower, get dressed, and be at work or go to school. But the beats were everything. Everything that went into that place turned us out. I used to be at work ready to be crippled.
And you used to always see it as a training ground before you had to walk your first ball. I remember that vividly too.
We used to battle in that place so bad. At 7 o'clock in the morning, we used to open the runway up in the main dance floor, open a big long runway, and the girls used to come out back to back doing runway voguing and everything. We used to battle girls left and right, and that's how you learn how to vogue, is battling girls at a club. Because it's not a minute and a half that you're battling. You're battling for 10 minutes straight because these bitches are coming after you, left from back and forth and all around. You gotta hold your own.
Work. Thank you. And hi, Milton. Hope you're right. Oh, people are still joining. Yeah, I hope I hope that was okay. If any more questions asked. Then we have Marie from Costa Rica. Her question is, in new way in every category, I think it is always extra points when the performer actually incorporates the theme into the performance, affect everything.
Yes, I agree.
Cute.
I definitely agree. Your effect, it means a lot because that's part of the category. You know, each ball is a category. It's a theme. You have to bring the theme into your performance. That's the whole point. That's the whole challenge of it. To bring that theme. If they ask you to come in all red, just don't come in red clothes. Come with like a character. Make a red character. Like, you know, if you want to be like Red Skull, come in looking like Red Skull and performing like, you know, like he's that evil villain. Or, you know, if you want to bring us, like, if the whole ball is Disney theme and they ask you, come new way, come as Jafar, you better bring me Jafar.
That's
you know,
cute.
you better bring me that category. I wish they did that because I would have come as Jafar. I live for Jafar.
That's work. I feel like nowadays they've been like less creative with new way.
It's always been
games.
It's always been that way because the big categories for fashion is the runway category. That's when you really come and fucking mess the bitches up in the head with these characters, with the overdone shoulders, and you know that's the category that I love watching is runway because of the fashion, the creativity.
Yeah. That for that part. Then we have Hassan for also a question. Can you tell us more about the night where you did your iconic hand performance at the 2006 Latex Ball. I think it's come up in everyone's YouTube feed at some point. The whole venue gagged and Selvin stopped chanting because he was mesmerized.
Okay, to be honest with you, I was not supposed to walk that category that night. I was supposed to work New Way, and my category was last of the night. So there was this I think everybody knows the kid who I walked against at the last battle. His name is Snow White Milan. Me and him used to battle at a club called Crash by my house. And so when I saw him go up, I was like, oh no. I cannot have him take this trophy. So I asked my teammate, I was like, give me your gloves. Give me your gloves. And he was like, my teammate's like, no. Why you want to walk? I was like, just give me your gloves. And the whole table was like, just throw him the gloves. And they threw me the gloves and I ran to the stage. And I put them on and I was just like, I'm like, this is for you, Willie. Let's just go. Because he was in the hospital that day. He was supposed to come that day to Latex, but he was already in the hospital. And literally 2 days after that is when he passed away. So I got a chance to give him, get a trophy under his name when he was alive and tell him about it before he passed away. So it was a really great moment. I don't remember what happened that night. I just know that I went up on that stage. I heard that beat. I went off. And when I realized it was over, I turned around and everybody was screaming. I really did not know what I did, but I was completely covered in gold glitter. And when I saw the video, I didn't like myself, to be honest with you. I was like, ooh, that was so sloppy. But everybody's like, that's my favorite performance of you. Don't know why, don't know how. I don't like it. I hate that video, to be honest with you.
Oh, what? That's mad.
Oh, they always
Yeah.
say you are your own worst critic. So yeah, I am my own critic. I destroy myself when I see my videos.
I hate that. It was so cute. We have another question from Ian. How do you make your new way stand out when it's old way versus new way category? In brackets, I find it hard to focus, maintain composure when I battle old way. Sending love from the Philippines.
Ian, thank you. Love the Philippines, first of all. I hate when they put those two categories together. It's annoying. I hate it when they put new way versus old way. It's annoying because the old way has a thing like they like to lock bitches. I'm not the person to be locking bitches, but if you touch me, I'm gonna lock you and throw you on the floor and pin you the hell down. I don't care. I hate it. I do not touch me when I'm voguing. Do not be near me when I'm voguing, because if I hit you, oh well, that's on you. I hate it when they put those two, because they love to grab you. They love to like pin you down and drag you over the floor. No, I can't stand it. Every time they do old way versus new way, I get mad. I'm sorry. I keep telling them, why do that? It's very similar, but regardless, they're two different kind of styles.
I kind of feel like people are doing this because
there's not too many
not
people.
many.
Yeah. But to be honest, if you have to battle old way girl, just get ready. When you're doing stretches, you better start learn how to move quickly. And learn how to do from a stretch to get to your feet as quick as possible, because these bitches will grab you and fucking pin you down, and that's it. You're done with the battle. And try to stay away from the old way girls. If you see them coming and try to grab you, don't even go to the floor. Do a stretch when you're standing up. Or learn how to take them and just throw them on the floor and just like push them away. That's what I do. I don't care. I don't care if you're 3 sizes bigger than me, you're getting flung. As I have done it before.
All right, I hope that.
Hopefully that gets you go.
Huh?
What would you say is the new Limelight in New York City?
Oh yeah.
Limelight doesn't exist anymore. It's actually a mall.
What?
Yeah, they took it after I think 2000 and something. Before 2010, they closed it down and made it into a mall. It's
Wow.
the building is still there. You could still go into the building, but you could they don't do parties there anymore. They don't do, it's not a club anymore. It's a mall. They sell clothes and all these little boutiques inside the place.
Is there like a new like another club that kind of like gives off same-ish vibes
No,
or
the
no?
clubs in New York City are not the same like they used to.
Mm,
There's only one, and that's called Brooklyn Mirage. If you ever guys ever in New York, if you guys want it in the summer, it's an outdoor spacing. It's called Brooklyn Mirage. It's one of the best. It looks like a castle. It's literally around it. It looks like castle walls, and they have like these layers. They have seating on top, in the middle and the side. The courtyard is the dance floor with the stage. It's all outdoors, and it's so
oh,
much fun.
sounds good. Yeah, still need to have that experience as well. Hassan was asking, being from Ballroom and being a gay man, what have your experience been in more straight dance competitions? For example, those ones which are more breakdance popping based. Oh yeah, you were in quite a lot of them.
I won
Just
some,
so
I
fucking-
lost some, but I do give props to everybody I have battled, because I'm not an easy person to battle with. I give them the creativity to, try to go and trying to do a dip or trying to do moves that Voguers do better. But I have fun. I take it with a grain of salt. These competitions that I did, all styles battles. I liked all styles because I do all styles. But it's hard to when they at first when they don't recognize your style and they make like a mock a bit of it or a joke about it. It pisses me off. So I go even deeper and even harder. This is why I'm so hard to battle. And people battle me, they're really intimidated for some reason. Um but it's I just take it with a grain of salt. I do the best I can. Whatever they throw at me, I do the best I can. If you lose, you lose. Just come back harder. Don't let it get to you. Life is never easy. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and you just have to keep your head up. Congratulate the person. You got that one. Congratulations. I got you next time. Except if it's your rival, then you throw a bottle. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not that one.
No, I'm kidding.
That video. Yeah, we give that out right now. Okay, so
I seen girls get chopped at a ball and grab a bottle and try to beat the judge with the bottle. I seen chairs thrown. I seen the whole house get up and just go straight to the judge's panel and beat the judge. I seen it all. But no, I'm already, I'm a fair. I'm out. Sorry, I need. But no, I every time I lost or if I win, I always give credit to the dancer I'm battling. It's a respect. It's a respect thing. It's hard to showcase your own style when these people don't understand it, and if you still win, it's a step. It's a wall being broken, stepping through to the dance world.
Okay, so hope that was the answer.
Yeah, which I kind of never failed to get you up no matter what.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a lot of songs that get me up. A lot. My thing is house music always gets me up. I would say from now until the day I die, I am a house head. I love house music. Anything from tribal house to Latin house to deep house. Deep tribal house is my favorite. Or deep, dark, progressive house. Don't confuse that with what's that other kind of style that came out? What's that style in the house that everybody hear in the radio a lot?
Techno.
No, not techno. The other one.
Tech house.
Iconic.
EDM. There you go. I hate EDM. Sorry, guys. EDM is not I can't. That gives me a headache. No shade. No Sade, as Deshaun said.
Weird.
I'm like,
Okay.
I want to feel the music. I don't want to feel like the whole entire time.
Mm. Okay. There are not many more questions left. There's one, and I have one more. So Max is asking what new wave clips are the best at showcasing the category.
Vogue Classique. If you go on YouTube, Vogue Classique is one of the best. And what was? Hold on, there's a new way. Hold on. Hold on, maybe research this real quick. There is a video that you see the most amazing new way Voguers. Um, it's called New Wave Vogue Battle. It's between Aviance and this guy Mecca. If you just put New Wave Vogue on YouTube, you see a whole bunch of them, and you see which ones are the best because the pixel is kind of messed up, it's kind of blurry. Those are the good ones.
Mood. Yeah, actually as well, like I have been like creating besides this open interview, like a private new way group chat kind of thing. So they're just like new way people who are currently representing or currently doing it or training it or whatever, like in one group chat. And I had Nagato in for a second, wondering if he still walks, but then he was saying that he doesn't officially walk anymore, but he wanted to give us like a present, a little gift. So he shared with us like a whole playlist with new way arms videos that he found over the years in a whole playlist. And that like I've
So if
basically
you guys really want to see Battle of All Battles of New Way, there's on YouTube. It's called New Way Vogue Battle of Battles Part 1 and Part 2. This battle was extravaganza ball. When I tell you, that's everybody that was alive at that moment of time that came out and Vogue down. I mean, we went at it. That was my first ever literally ball that I walked with every new way person that was in my era, and I came in third place, but for being my first first new wave Vogue category for the first time to get in third place, I'm actually proud of myself because these people were amazing, absolutely amazing, and you could tell the difference between all of us in our Vogue. When are you performing next? I do not know when I'm performing next. Maybe in my bedroom tomorrow.
Yeah, someone actually asked, when is the House of Ninja hosting a ball in London? That's a good question because we're not many. It's just literally me and Dimitri in London right now. So that I guess we will see over the time. But if something is going on,
do I want to come to Mexico? Absolutely. I want to go to Tulum. I want to go to Guadalajara. I want to go. I'm dying to go to Mexico. I love my tequila. I love my tacos, and I love the beaches. But I do plan to go to Mexico. It's not too far from where I am.
Okay, a question from New Zealand from Heidi. New Zealand ballroom scene is relatively young and small. Right now, Vogue in New Zealand is dominated by Vogue Femme. There have been no new and old weight categories opened up in balls yet due to lack of participation and education in new and old wear New Zealand. We are very remote from the rest of the world. Lol. So would you please give me some advices to New Zealand people who are passionate about new way, I believe, and old way regarding how to spread in the correct way and eventually influence balls to open up new categories like new way, please? Appreciate it.
Heidi, I think my thing is to show new way. Do shows first in new way and the new way. So they could open their eyes of what the different categories are, and just do shows and do pieces, and like little showcases to showcase what Vogue is in all the different categories. I guess that was the best thing we did when a bunch of us did travel to all over the world, is we showcased it all different categories of Vogue in each country and told them what are the different categories and how they do them and how you're supposed to judge them and how you're supposed to perform them. I think that would be a best bet, is just show them what new way is and teach them the right way. Teach them what lines, position, and grace. Start slow. Start with basics, the lines, and imposing, and then get into the more fluent of style of new way.
Hmm. I hope that helps,
How do you
Heidi.
prepare for a ball? Oh, wait. How you prepare for a ball? The weeks led up to it, and the moment. Oh God. So preparing for a ball is the hardest thing you could ever do. You have months. You have 3 months literally to prepare for a ball. I literally I oh ooh. It depends on the ball. So latex is one of the big ones that you prepare a lot for, or one of the biggest balls you prepare for. I like to relax like a couple of days before, get a massage, get facials, get stretch, and just relax with the family and get everybody ready. When it comes to outfits, I'll probably have an outfit done by a month before for the category, and just add like details at the end. But it's a lot of work, but mentally you just have to wusa. Have that moment for yourself to wusa before you go to the madness of that weekend.
Hmm. She also asked, how do you control your adrenaline nerves and get your mind in a state where you can let go and feel it, by Faye.
Uh there's substance. Probably I'm gonna be honest. I smoke weed, so I don't care. I'll probably smoke a blunt and or drink a couple of shots of tequila before I go up there and just go for it. If you're old enough, if you're not old enough, wusa, honey, just wusa, meditate.
Good.
Yeah, that's herbal treat.
Oh.
Are
Another
you
question. Did you ever walk face or runway category?
Runway is my favorite category, besides new way and arms and hands. Runway is one of my passions. I love runway. Um, Face, no. I wanted face. I wanted to walk face, but I don't have the perfect teeth. I gotta get my teeth done. I'm being honest. You got to be pearly whites and straight. If you don't have that, they're gonna chop you instantly. I got the cheekbones and the jawline, but nothing else. I have been told to walk face category, and I never did. I always loved the face category. I think face category is really beautiful, but there's a lot of work and a lot of money that goes to that.
Would. Okay, I think kind of like we went through all questions that everyone asked so far. So I have one last one, and then also keep it open if you want to share anything, or maybe
There's
if
one more.
Milton
There's
wants
one
to
more
share.
question.
Oh,
How
there's one more.
how does ballroom now compare to the ball and probably the balls in 2000?
Yeah.
Back in the days, the balls are actually more. They would judge different. Now it's judged different. I think the judging is different, and the way the generations flow now, it always changes every decade. Every decade is like a new style coming out, and a new way the culture evolves. I guess back in the days it was judged a little fairly. Now it's just more political.
Yeah, I feel like the venues were better back then too.
Yeah, probably the venues were. No, Milton, was the venues better back in the days or now?
The mute part, yeah.
It's a mix of both. It's a mix of both, because I've been to balls like prior to 1990 that were held like in community centers, and like the community centers in the projects and stuff like that. And the space wasn't all that, but the event, the people that hosted the event made it hot, and some of the categories that they had made it hot,
Yeah.
So it wasn't sometimes about the location of the event. It was more sometimes the name attached with the event or the categories that certain people, when they hosted these events or the walls like that, made it hot. So
Like
sometimes
latex, I think latex was known for their runway categories, their label categories, and their and face categories and Vogue Femme.
yeah, but
That's when they were
back
more
then,
like if you heard latex ball, everybody knew those were going to be hot categories.
yeah, especially femme queen face, like
Yeah.
that, for years, that like femme queen face was synonymous. Like you go to latex, the girls will come up at femme queen face, and
Or
it
what
didn't.
runway, because the runway categories were hot back
Mhm.
back in
I
the day.
could
They
tell
used
you,
to
I was a
come.
latex. Oh, I could tell you. Yeah. So in
Mhm.
planning that process, we kept all of that stuff in the back of our mind, saying, okay, we know these categories are going to be fire, and there's always a crowd for that they're going to go up for, and then try to like work the ball around the theme, but also like work categories that will be interesting, that at least two or three houses would participate in each category. So we knew there were some of them that was just like staples, and then we worked around the staple categories, and then, all that within the same theme. Because once we got the theme down, that's everything else fell into place.
Mhm.
hmm hmm And I kind of miss Roseland, even though they demolished it, they tore it down, they don't have huge venues like that no more,
Yeah, the venues are
So,
not like they used to be. They used to what? Oh, Roseland used to hold what? 10,000 people?
5,000.
5,000 people in one
Mhm.
place, and you see all these Voguers from around the world, around the states, coming for this one ball in the end of August to compete for these trophies. And yo, it used to be, and it used to be free.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be
Mm-hmm.
free, and you used to go there, and they used to be packed. There was a line up the block, and it used to be fun, and people used to come and compete. I mean, latex was like the biggest ball. Everybody should. If Roseland was, you think latex ball now is big, back in the days was bigger. It was so much better. I think it's because of the media and also social media and stuff like that has changed the ballroom scene as much too.
Mm-hmm. Then we added the surprise people coming in, when people every year would go to latex just to see who's the surprise celebrity that's going to come every year. Like we didn't even know who would come,
Yeah.
and grace the runway like that. So when we started seeing, Tamar Braxton and what's her name, Miss J from Top Model, and we as latex.
And Janet Jackson.
That night was epic. That was just epic. We didn't even get to see the access to go to Janet Jackson, and that's when Danielle was in the news, remember,
Yeah,
so
she brought Janet with her. She brought Janet because Janet wanted to see her perform. So she came and brought Janet, and she saw her perform, and everybody went crazy when they announced that Janet was on the balcony, and everybody looked up, and she was waving to everybody, and everybody went bug ass crazy.
Nobody believed it too, because Jack was like, "I'm not kidding."
And when she stood up in the balcony and started waving to everybody, everybody went buck crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
miss that. But you could still make it happen. You could still make things like that happen. You know what I mean? It's just, there's just got to be an interest in that. I think somebody mentioned that this morning. Somebody said it in an email or something. That's very important. We have to bring ballroom back to that original state where, it was hard just to be in attendance. You know what I mean? Because
yeah. People used to come in done to attend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where best dress comes from. That's when best dressed spectator comes. They used to just people that used to come in and just come in done from head to toe just to spectate and watch the ball. That's where that category came from.
You want to talk about history? Vogue Femme originated from, and Realness with a Twist originated from Fag Out. So that was one of those categories that, they didn't take too seriously, or Butch Clean Up and Pump. Fag Out became Butch Clean Up and Pump that brought out Vogue Femme and all of that stuff that the kids are doing now, So, yeah. So I don't think, unless you don't know your history like that, you're doomed to repeat it again and again, you know? So there's always an attitude that, you know, I've been in ballroom now for 31, 32 years. And I tell you all the time, you know this, Javi, I love you like a brother, you know that. You know, whenever there's somebody like me that tells somebody like you, Javi, that I've seen the growth, I've seen the evolution from you, I've seen it physically with my eyes from the moment we were dancing in shampoo and carrying in shampoo to now, you know. And I keep saying to everybody that I know within the sound of my voice, you reach the pinnacle of icon alongside me. And I tell you, you know me, I always tell you like it is. I love you, like tell you like it is. You know, I never dreamed that I would reach to the level of icon status in my career until now, you know. So when I heard that you were being an icon, that really warmed my heart. And I said to myself, Willie would be proud of us today if he was alive. He would be so proud of you for you to own that title of icon, because you know you worked hard to get there, you know, and not that many people can say I worked hard to get to that level of status, you know. Nowadays it's like they throw that title like, you know, like water to the wind, you know. Oh,
it's like a job. It's like a manager job. You could get a manager job anywhere.
And I'm like, where in the hell? Why is someone throwing an icon over me? I've been working since she was born. You know, so there's a certain.
But my thing with the status is, to be honest with everybody on here, I never wanted the legendary status. I never wanted the iconic status. I just did it because I loved the dance and I fell in love with the person who was teaching me it. And to fulfill his dream to make Vogue all over the world was my biggest accomplishment, to be honest with everybody. And I wanted everybody to understand his teaching and who he was and what he wanted in life. It was not because of the balls or what the legendary status, what they were giving people, or, you know, walking and stuff like that. I just had to do that to get the respect so I could actually do what I wanted to do for Willie. So really, I was like, you know, me battling and all that when they told me, yo, you're going to be a legend, you're going to be, I'm like, that does not go on my ID. That does not go on my passport. That does not go on my birth certificate or on my death certificate. You know, my name is Javier Madrid. I am from the House of Ninja. I'm representing a person that changed my life. And I wanted to do this for him. And all that icon, everybody's like, you're not an icon, you're not I could care less. I did I put my stamp in the world. I did what I have to do for this man. And that's all I was here to do. And, you know, I'm going to continue to do that on you know, in his legacy. But, you know, icon and legend, that's those two words. They're just words to me.
Okay. We're kind of coming to the last question because like Linnea, hope I pronounce it right, actually has the same question that I actually wanted to ask you too. So it's about, would love to hear what you would like to see for the future of New Way and Ballroom. And also
performance. I want to see more charisma, uniqueness. Ooh. More uniqueness, more style, more fashion, more performance. I want to see people's confidence when they come out. I want to see you guys come out and storm these categories and just like, look, this is our generation. This is my time. I'm claiming it. You know, I want to crown a new king and a new queen. You know, it's your time. You know, I want to see you guys perform and have that confidence to be, you know, that royal bitch when you're on the stage and on the runway. I want to see some good battles. Because, you know, if I come out, it's you guys in trouble.
Do you think that
in and out the ballroom? Ooh, that's a good question. So in ballroom, I am announcing now that I am the new overall Northeast overall father of the House of Ninja in the Northeast region. I am going to be starting, picking people out for New York and some other states here, and we are coming back out. But everything's opening up, so we are coming back out. The assassinations will begin soon. Might be coming out for a new category, or you might see me with old categories. You don't know yet. I'm gonna keep that a secret. Outside of ballroom, no, I'm not doing sex siren. Sorry, that is not my category. Good try. Yeah, these little skinny bones. No, it's okay. Outside of ballroom, I don't know yet. I am, because I do have my 9 to 5. I became a bridal stylist. So I do help women find the dress of their dreams to get married in. So that does take a lot of my time, because I have to go through racks and racks of clothes to find a bitch her favorite dress. Oh, I might come. Yes, when the board, I might come to Australia. Hi, daughter.
Now I'm seeing everything.
If you guys do want to get the Reebok sneaker, they are on Reebok.com. Please grab it there. Now I got mine. Get your, gay pride. But no, I'm gonna see if I can start traveling again when I have time off. I do want to see everybody. I do miss traveling. I do not know about teaching, but if you guys do want to have a private with me, I do privates. I don't do them often, but I do privates. Hit me up on my Instagram. I'll write my Instagram down here on the comments. But I really don't know if I'm going to be teaching again, but I do privates, just to let everybody know. That's my Instagram. I just put it in the comments. So if you guys want privates, I do charge. So
you just wrote me that directly. You didn't.
Sorry.
You didn't write it. Wait. I will just copy paste it. There you go.
There you go, everybody. I don't know why it's going straight to you.
Yeah. Like, I know you're in some. Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I do want to come to Brazil. I have a bucket list that I want to go to places. So I want to go to Brazil. I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Bali. I want to go back to Japan. I do want to go more to Europe. I want to go to Australia again. I definitely want to go to Finland again, because I miss Finland. I miss Helsinki. I want dying to go to Russia. I know there's some Russian people up here. I'm dying to go to Russia. I haven't gone to Russia yet. Argentina, definitely. I want to come learn some tango. You think I'm joking? I've been to Korea. I want to come back. Definitely London.
You are welcome everywhere. Everyone is just like dropping their countries and their cities.
I want to go to Singapore.
Come.
I'm getting my passport again because of COVID. I couldn't get my passport again, so I am doing my Jamaica, Gua boy. I do want to go to different countries. I really want to start traveling again. So definitely come back to Estonia. It's already.
Javier and Misha, do you think the House of
Ninja? You guys want to come to Costa Rica? Let's go.
Someone asked if there's the possibility to open a Costa Rican chapter for the House of Ninja. I don't know.
Maybe in the future. We don't know. And if anybody wants to be joined the house, please let me know. We could get to know each other. I could introduce you to the overalls and everything. Let's see if we could start doing something more internationally with this new way category. I want everybody to practice. If we want to start a new chapter, to start making this big again, and bring the new way back again in full effect.
Sweet. I
That's
have
a good one. African chapter. I haven't found nobody for Africa yet. We need a chapter in Australia, in the continent of Australia. We need one on the continent of Africa. We do need my Africans. I'm sorry, my Afro. I need. I'm a female figure, all American, currently also learning old way. Work. Okay. I'm dying to come back to my country. Well, to be honest, I never been to Colombia. I support it. I'm half Colombian. My mom's Colombian and my father's Italian. I've been to Italy, but I have not gone to Colombia yet. But hopefully I'll come down to my country and actually experience Colombia full effect. And please, everybody, if you guys can, you guys could please donate to the cause of Mr. SOS Colombia, please. It would be grateful, appreciate it if you guys could donate whatever you can with help the art and everything that's going on in my country.
yeah.
I have family there. I have all my family down there. So, and I know every country is going through their stuff, and I hope we can all change and make a difference in every country in the world.
Yeah. If there are not more questions, I'm also kind of like through mine. And if you want to share anything, or maybe Milton wants to share anything, feel free to do now. And just a heads up for, I talked about the little group chatty thing that I have with just the New Way people. They already know that.
Can you add me to that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add you to that. It's all right. So it's like a little, like they know that after like the public one, just like we have a close generation to generation kind of conversation. If anyone wants to, that we're just getting to know each other in a way that it's not just like, oh, just because you're a ninja, or just houses or difference, or I don't know, something, whatever the case, that we have a generation to generation thing, because like we're not many New Way people, so it would be cute to like stay in contact with everyone and yeah, have a little heart to heart, I guess. But so yeah, if you want to share anything more, anything last words that you both want to let everyone know, feel free to do now. Anything?
Aw, you're welcome. Big kisses to Sweden.
Would Javi? You okay?
Yeah, I was just reading what it says on here on the chat.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's it. What I could say and give, my advice to everybody. Milton, do you have anything to say?
Just to everybody in the group, I just want to thank you for your support, for tuning in, and that once this COVID stuff ends or whatever, I'm really looking forward to really connecting with people and doing my part and being old school and teaching you guys in your generation not only how to properly perform, but how to do it the right way. And I look forward to being in contact with most of you. And probably you're a phone call away, you're a text away. So yeah. So I'll say it out and I'll say it again. I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your progress. I'm proud of who you become. And I'm dying to see you guys. I'm really dying to see you guys once this COVID crap ends. To actually have practices again and rehearsal. And want to walk again, because I don't walk that much, but when I walk, it's a statement, so it's enough to say, I'll be 51 in a couple of days. So, I just wanted to say, if you don't see me down around my birthday, I know that you're there in spirit, and that, you're sending your love. And finally to Michelle, I just want to tell you, I never got to tell you this, I got to tell Dolores and them. But on season 1 of Legendary, you girls gave me exactly what I wanted. in terms of the show. You girls gave me everything that I wanted. So it was seed that they chopped me earlier in the series, but I didn't care because I felt that we were all represent. You guys evoked ninja power in that show. And I just want to tell you how proud I am of you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Aw.
that a lot.
And I just want to say, if you guys are going to start walking the category new way, ballroom is to make moments. The more moments you have, the better.
Mhm.
Every time you come out, put your A game and your best foot forward and make a statement and make a moment and practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. I love you all.
Sweet.
Thank you for coming and supporting this. I hope you
Thanks
got
for everyone.
enough information for me, what I could give you. I love you all. Mwah.
Thanks everyone for coming. If you want to like donate for helping supporting Colombia right now in this time and the activists over there, I have the link in the bio. Just follow the one that says PayPal, the PayPal link basically, and then you can just put everything in. I just collect everything and then just send it to the GoFundMe page that I also have shared in the description box, so everything is transparent. And yeah, I guess besides that, also I will be starting an Instagram page with bits from the interviews and also bits from like old footages that mainly actually Nagato have found in that one playlist. I'm really grateful for him that he did all this work all these years. And yeah, I'll be like actually doing all this like sharing bits on Instagram. It will be officially shared tomorrow, so probably will be the New Way project kind of thing title. So stay inspired, I guess, and let's see about New Way in the next couple years. How this turns out. But yeah, I guess that's all. And for everyone who represents mainly Arms New Way, wants that close to close conversation with Kavi, stay on. And for everyone else, feel free to leave. And yeah, see you for another one. Okay. I had a call with Stanley Milan yesterday. Yeah, thanks to my brother Daniel right here. He kind of connected us both. So it seems like that Stan will be my next guest. So yeah, stay tuned. I will share everything once everything is cool, but yeah, Daniel, love, thank you so much. And yeah, that will be probably the next one that will be happening then at some point. So yeah, I guess. Thanks everyone. Feel free to leave. Love, love, love. I cannot kick you out because I don't know who want to stay and who doesn't. But yeah.
You guys, but I gotta go. I love you all. Bye.
Oh, you have to leave now?
Oh, do I have to wait?
Yeah, wait a little bit.
Okay,
If
I'll wait.
like
Go ahead.
wait a little bit to have like just like a little close thing with like the
Okay.
other to
Cool.
see if there's like anything more to say.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if not, then I mean I get that too. Yeah. Wow, so much love.
Y'all look
Yeah.
so pretty.
Oh.
Bye, Yanni.
Bye, Yanni.
That's so cute. I cannot. I
Does
need to.
anyone got to say anything? Does everyone want to say anything?
So just everyone is just like sending love, so much love. I'm still like my heart is still like this, but I'm getting there.
Does anyone have anything to say? Hi, Irene. I miss Romania. Hi, Shota. My son, some of my kids are here. It's good to see your faces. Hi, Ella.
Mm.